Hello and welcome back to another video. In this one we'll be covering the Donetsk front, as there has been a lot of reports from the recent Rybar update that Ukraine has sent a lot of reinforcements to the Donetsk front, mostly focused around the north of Donetsk and the south of Bakhmut. As we can see here, it is majorly focused around this area here, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brigades to this frontline Donetsk front. And the reinforcements have arrived around Donetsk, New York, Okerenchina, Orlivka, Pervomaiske, Memrik, and Vilnepole. Each of these brigades have about 900 each, which means that this is about 5,000 soldiers reinforcements. All of these are heavily focused on soldiers, but there's one motorized brigade and there's one artillery brigade included. So, with these new reinforcements that come from the north, it means that the Ukrainians have deemed that the situation here in the south needs reinforcement, and this is despite the Russian buildup in Belarus. In other news, Russia has upgraded their T-72 and it has now been modernized to the T-72B4. The oldest new model was T-72B3M, and with this one they will have one from December 1st this year, so it's 8 days old. And this new model is very modernized, and it looks a lot like the T90M. The only picture I could find was on the Red Effect YouTube channel, which is an update 2 days ago, where it shows here it looks a lot like the T90M. You see here it has this square looking the armor to the sides, and also has a lot more features that is reminded, which is similar to the T90M, which he pictures here. This is the T90M. So it looks very similar, but it is the T-72 chassis, which means it is the newest T-72B4, which was reported on in this article. Other than that, they have also recently delivered 200 T-90M tanks to the Luhansk People's Republic, which means that this is the largest influx of T-90M tanks since the start of the war. So far they've fought this war with only 100 T-90Ms, but this is double that, and it's in one go, so this will bring a large change to that specific front line. It also indicates that the Russians are either seeing the Ukrainian attacks in the Luhansk front to be dangerous, or they want to start their own counter-offensive operation in the Luhansk region. And finally, this article in the Danish news outlet TV2, Jens Stoltenberg was talking to a Norwegian TV, and in it he says that he is worried that Ukraine war will get out of control, and he mentions it as, and he defines out of control as, I fear that the war in Ukraine will get out of control and spread into a major war between NATO and Russia. And Jens Stoltenberg is the NATO's General Secretary. So in general, there's a lot of things that is very difficult that is happening right now. Russia is sending on their mobilized forces. They are preparing the best tanks and including them in this war. And on top of that, NATO is saying that they're worried that it will turn into a World War III situation. Other than that, Colonel Douglas McGregor, who was a retired US Army personnel, says that according to sources he has within the US government, Russia has about 540,000 troops on the border with Ukraine, including 5,000 heavy equipment. That includes 1,000 tanks, 1,000 self-propelled artillery, the rest 3,000 infantry fighting vehicles, this includes BMPs, and about 1,000 missile systems. This is a large enough force to overwhelm the Ukrainian army. As this is only what is accounted for, there may be some that is unaccounted for, and it's most likely somewhere around the 600,000 troops, which may be why Jens Stoltenberg is so worried about this conflict escalating into a war between Russia and NATO. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.